Hi there, it's Sam from Pootles.co.uk. Thank you very much for joining me today, and thank you for joining me in Pootles Advent Countdown. 24 projects coming out to you September to December, and we're in December now on project number 21. So there's 20 you can go back and look at if you haven't seen them before. And this is today's project. This is my thank you gift to everybody who came shopping with me in November. I always send out a handmade thank you gift, and I always send out a handmade thank you card as well, and you know, special products as well if people use the hostess code. And this has got a little slide off band there, little Gingy, he's so cute. And it opens up like that, and it's a miniature post-it note holder. Thought it was gorgeous. Let me pop that to one side. I have completed all of mine. Often at this point in time when I'm filming, I film so far in advance I haven't finished, so I have this time, so I thought I'd bring some in to show you. One, these are big old deep boxes, look at the depth of those. 2, 3, and this is a let me switch those out of the way. This one is a really long box. Millions there. Well, there's actually technically there's 200 that are all ready to be posted out. By the time you're seeing this, they will have gone in the post to everybody and hopefully have been received by everyone. I'm going to show you how to make one, but I'm actually going to show you how to cut loads. I can't remember how many you make. How many you get from one sheet now. I haven't got it written down, but I start with a sheet of 12 by 12 because this outer part measures 2 by 5 inches, which is 5 by 12.5 centimetres. So therefore you can cut this in such a way that you have one tiny little piece left over. So the first thing you have to do, particularly if you're working with paper that is a pattern that is, obviously this one, the pattern goes in that fashion. Whoops, there we go. You need to make sure that you get your gingerbread men or your characters the right way up. So I need to cut them like that. I need to cut long thin strips, but actually I need to cut a bit off at the bottom first. So I need to cut this down to 10 inches, which is 25.5 centimetres. We're going to put that to one side because I can get another 2 from there. Obviously my little gingerbread characters will be upside down, so we'll just use the other side. Okay, cut this piece down in half to 5 inches, which is 12.5 centimetres, and you're left with a bit like that. 2 pieces like that. Okay, and you just run along now, and you cut off every 2 inches. I'm doing the 2 at the same time. 2 sheets of paper at the same time. So 5 centimetres, 2 inches. That's that pile done, and I'm going to count them in a minute because I haven't got a clue how many I'm going to make. These ones, like I said, the gingerbread men will be the wrong way up, so we'll just, you know, we'll take it down. So I need to take it down to 10 inches. That's the bit you left over. So 5 by 2, 12.5 by 5 by 2 inches, 12.5 by 5 centimetres, and I have got from one sheet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 of them from one sheet. I don't know how many I'd get in a pack. There's 12 in a pack, isn't there? 168 of them from one pack of designer series paper. And the post-it notes themselves are not expensive either. So that's how you do it. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that lot now. Okay, let's bring one of them back in because I need to score it for you all. So might as well bring in this scoring tool. Now, in metric, you're going to score it very, very simply at, and we'll do metric centimetres, 3, 4, 8 and 9 centimetres. And if you prefer to work in imperial, you're going to score yours at 1 1/4, which will be there, 1 5/8, which would also be there. Then you're going to slide it up to 3 1/4, which is there, and 3 5/8, which is there. Job done, see? And then these don't need particularly burnishing as such. Grab your post-it note block and put some adhesive on. Make sure your gingerbread men are the right way up. And I find that if I nest this in this top part here, there isn't any adhesive on that, on the top of it, but I can get it positioned just right, and it kind of almost rolls down, and that's my little pouch made. Little bit of ribbon. I went with loads of different ribbons. You can see I've had to restock them. I went with this one, that's the real red from our annual catalogue. That's the real red which is in the winter catalogue. This is the silver natural trim, which is also in the annual catalogue. I don't think I went with any others. Oh yes, I did. I did have a go at one of the bobble trim, the pom-pom trim. Not sure it worked quite so well. And I think that was kind of it. So yeah, I haven't worked with those. Haven't opened them, I should say. A little bit round. And I'm going to show you how I worked with gingerbread men at speed. And oh, I've got my fingers and thumbs all in the wrong place here. So let's just tie that as a knot. This was a project I did one evening. I was watching The Crown, a Netflix series, and I sat in front of the telly watching it and doing all of this. So slide your knot to the top. We're going to get little Gingy all stamped up. I haven't got a piece of scrap white out. Oh, that'll do. He's so cute, isn't he, that gingerbread man? I did all of these in advance actually, and I took the gingerbread men to a trampoline park with me with the boys one day, and I put all of the little rhinestones on them. Oh, I'm looking for my ink and I've already got it out. And yeah, and I sat while they were bouncing, I sat putting rhinestones on everything. It was good fun. They had a great time. I had a good time. Had a nice cup of coffee with me. So let's punch him out. So the cookie cutter punch. Get his little rhinestone tummy. Rhinestone buttons on his tummy. Oh, I don't know where that went. We'll go with the bigger ones because they're firing everywhere. On there and on there. So I did all of this, so I had them all collected up. And then I wanted the gingerbread man, so he attached to the ribbon part, which I've lost the ribbon of the sample one. I wanted him to attach to the ribbon. So what I did, we've got the very long strips of the foam strips that are for shaker cards. These ones here, which come in a pack of 2, and you've got these great long strips of 3D foam, absolutely brilliant. And all I did was I thought, well, I need roughly that much, and I came and did this with loads of sheets of it. And what I then did, peeled off the backing. I can't get the backing off this now. Peeled off the backing off a whole section of them, and I ran along, and I had these all out on a tray in front of me. And I stuck that to all of the ribbons, which meant that I had the 3D foam in the right place. And then another evening, came along, peeled it all up, got my little Gingy, positioned him, and you can get it to go sort of, it's down this part of him, it goes down his leg, and he sits on top. So they're all elevated, but I knew then that by putting the adhesive on the ribbon, it could slide on and off, which was the whole idea. Because you don't want to rip a nice little project, do you? That would be the doorbell again. Anyway, thank you ever so much for joining me. Let me grab another one to leave in the picture. And I hope to speak to you soon. Bye.